What's going on, guys? Parker here, and I am back with another video. And today I got my top 6 NFL player props for the day. And before we get in this video, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel down below. Give this video a big thumbs up and leave a comment on this video down below, because all of those things really help the channel out a ton and really help push my content out to more and more people each and every single day. So I really would appreciate it. And yeah, we got 6 really good NFL player props for the day. Sorry I'm a little bit late with this video. Obviously, it's only going to be like an hour 30 before game start. But I have 6 player props, and I'm really confident in these 6. But before we do get into these real quick, I did want to mention that Sleeper has a free Joe Burrow square tonight for new users. You get access to this free square as well as an 100% match on your first deposit up to $100 when you use code FF23. That's code FF23 on Sleeper. So make sure to sign up for Sleeper today. Make sure to use code FF23. And without further ado, let's get right into today's plays. So first off, I got Joe Burrow. Over 1.5 pass touchdowns versus the Giants. So the Giants are top 10 in the NFL in passing touchdowns allowed this season. Burrow is over this line in 4 straight games. He also leads the NFL in touchdowns with 12 touchdowns through 5 weeks. Massive game for the Bengals. Burrow will be locked in and perform well. I think Joe has a masterclass tonight. I really do. Season's on the line for the Bengals. If they lose this game, the season's over. And there's no reason to think he's not going to put on a masterclass, as he's done it about the last 3 weeks. Chiefs game still, he played pretty damn good against the Chiefs. Like, the Chiefs obviously have an elite defense, and Burrow won them the game, and then, the pass interference and field goal happened. But, he put them in position to win the game. So Burrow's been arguably the best quarterback in the NFL in terms of just personal production so far this season and moving the offense. It's just the defense has been so bad. So I think he performs well. I think he has a huge game. So Joe Burrow, over 1.5 pass touchdowns versus the Giants, minus 168 on Fanduel is my first play of the day. Next up, I got Spencer Rattler. Over 181.5 pass yards versus the Bucks, minus 108 on Caesars. So quarterbacks are over this line in 4 of 5 matchups versus the Bucks so far this season. This is Rattler's first start of his career. However, the Saints likely trail in this game, and Rattler will be given a lot of easy completions. The Bucks have allowed the 4th most passing yards in the NFL this season as well. What we know about Spencer Rattler is he is an absolute gunslinger. We know that from his days at South Carolina, his days at Oklahoma, everything like that. He's been an absolute gunslinger through most of his career. I expect that to continue tonight. I expect Rattler to be able to, find his receivers a lot. I expect him to be able to find them underneath for easy completions and gain a bunch of yards easily. So Spencer Rattler, over 181.5 pass yards versus the Bucks, minus 108 on Caesars is my second play of the day. Next up, I got J.K. Dobbins. Over 16.5 rush attempts versus the Broncos, minus 108 on FanDuel. So Dobbins is over this line in just 1 game so far. However, there is no Gus Edwards today. Dobbins will be the bell cow for the Chargers. The Broncos are in the top half of the league in rush attempts against them. High chance game is extremely close throughout. The Chargers are continuing to establish the run game as they've been doing all season long. They're going to run the ball a lot like they've been doing all season long. I expect, 30 carries from the Chargers offense, and I expect Dobbins to get at least 17 of those. So I'm extremely confident in this, extremely confident J.K. Dobbins will get the ball a lot. So J.K. Dobbins, over 16.5 rush attempts versus the Chargers, minus 108 on FanDuel is my third play of the day. Next up, I got CeeDee Lamb. Over 83.5 receiving yards versus the Lions, minus 115 on BetMGM. So Lamb is over this line in his last matchup versus the Lions with 227 receiving yards. Yes, you read that correctly. The Lions secondary has improved. However, their secondary is still definitely not great. The Lions have allowed the 5th most pass yards per game in the NFL this season. The Lions have allowed the 6th most yards per game to wide receivers in the NFL this season. That pass defense is still really bad. They still struggle a lot versus high-powered number 1 receivers. We saw DK Metcalf have a really good game against them. We've seen constantly, over and over, good receivers go off and have big games against them. So CeeDee Lamb over 83.5 receiving yards versus the Lions, minus 115 on BetMGM is my fourth play of the day, not final. Next up, I got Kyler Murray over 20.5 pass completions versus the Packers, minus 105 on BetMGM. So the Packers have allowed the 11th most pass completions in the NFL so far this season. The Packers are the better team. They most likely trailed throughout the game and will be forced to throw the ball a lot more. Overall, I'm extremely confident that Kyler Murray can go over this line. I'm extremely confident that the Packers trail throughout most of this game, and Kyler Murray has to complete a lot of passes underneath and stuff like that. I really like this line. I really like Kyler Murray to cover. So Kyler Murray over 20.5 pass completions versus the Packers, minus 105 on BetMGM is my fifth play of the day. Now, lastly, for my sixth and final play, I got Kyle Pitts over 32.5 receiving yards versus the Panthers, minus 115 on Bet Rivers. Pitts is over this line in 4 of his 6 career games versus the Panthers. The Falcons are throwing the ball more and more each week so far. We've consistently seen them throw the ball more. I expect that to continue tonight. The Panthers have allowed the 8th most receiving yards in the NFL to tight ends this season. The Panthers overall have been a horrible defense. They have not been able to stop tight ends. Tight ends have, absolutely cooked their defense. I expect that to continue. I really do. I expect Pitts to have a really big game tonight. So Kyle Pitts over 32.5 receiving yards versus the Panthers, minus 115 on Bet Rivers is my sixth and final play. So those were my top 6 NFL player props for the day. Like I said, if you did enjoy this video and you want to see more content from me moving forward, then make sure to subscribe to the channel down below. Give this video a big thumbs up and leave a comment on this video down below, because all of those things really help the channel out a ton and really help push my content out to more and more people each and every single day. So I really would appreciate it. Also, guys, make sure to check out Sleeper. Make sure to get access to this free Joe Burrow square tonight. It'll be the second link down below in the description. So make sure to sign up for Sleeper today. Make sure to use code FF23. And without further ado, I will see you on the next one. See you guys.